Hi everyone, it's Veronica, and I'm back to share another mini with you. I participated in a swap over at Mini Album Scraps. It was a partner swap, and we were to make a toilet paper roll mini for our partner. My partner's name is Joyce. Hi, Joyce, if you're watching. And the theme was Swapper's Choice. So we had to communicate with our partner and find out what our partner liked and go from there. Joyce likes pink and vintage, so I tried to incorporate a little bit of both. I used the Teresa Collins Posh paper collection, and we're going to go ahead and get started. On the outside of the mini, I added a cameo and some trim from an Etsy shop, the trim and the lace actually. And I love this paper because it's a lacy looking paper. So I thought that was kind of vintagey to take that part in that Joyce liked. I added some flatback pearls and some other little pearls here. The flatback pearls came from an Etsy shop, and the smaller pearls are Recollections. I also went to the back to kind of carry that theme to the back side of the mini as well. On the inside, I left the front inside cover blank so that she could do whatever she chose to do with that part. And on the first page, I added some Recollections pearl trim. And this piece behind the flower came from the paper collection, and this is a Recollections flower that I added. The lace is spare parts from Hobby Lobby. Each toilet paper roll has a tag in it, and on the front side of the tag Joyce can place a photo, and on the back side she can do some journaling. And each tag is the same in each roll, so I won't take all of those out. The only difference is that I used different pattern papers. And the tabs were made with the Spellbinders die, and the sparkly paper came from the collection as well. On the next page, more of the trim, the lace trim from Hobby Lobby, and I added 2 tags here that she can journal on. The next page is a fold-out photo mat, and Joyce can actually put pretty good sized photos, and please excuse my hands being all over the place. But here she has opportunity for 3 photos. I'm sorry, 4 actually. She can do 3 here and 1 here. On the next page, I just cut a rectangle and used an MS Punch to do the corners. The next page, this pocket came from the paper collection as well as the word memories, and I just mounted those and added a tag in this pocket. The next page, I used an MS Punch to cut the butterfly from some of the pattern paper. I added some of the Recollections pearls, but I used my Copics to color them. And this trim came from Hobby Lobby as well. On the next page, I used an MS Punch to form this pocket at the bottom, and then just added some tags. This silhouette came from the collection. And then just cut a couple of tags and put those together using a brad. And I'll put those back later. On the next page, I use a Sizzix die to cut this pocket. It just folds out, and she can add a photo here. These are Prima flowers, and the crochet flower is Wild Orchid Crafts, and it had the pearl on it already. And I just mounted those together. On the next page, there's a transparency in the collection, and this one had the lace design on it, so I used it to make a little pocket, added some of the same trim that I used on the front of the album, and then placed a tag here, and she can actually put a photo behind this tag. So I was trying to give her a lot of opportunities to have photos in this album, even though it's small. The next page, this came from the collection as well. I just pop dotted it so it could sit up, and I put some tags on the inside. And I'm not pulling those out because my hand would certainly be in the way and you probably wouldn't be able to see it anyway. Okay, on the next page, I used some filigree corners from Wild Orchid Crafts, and I used Tim Holtz Pearl Alcohol ink to color them because they were too silvery. And on the last page, another mat for a nice size photo, and I added some Recollections pearl trim. Thank you so much for watching. I would love to hear your comments. I had a great time creating this mini, and I will put it all back together before I send it off. And I hope that Joyce enjoys it, and I hope that you were inspired by it. Happy scrapping!